What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're checking out the 2025 Hyundai IONIQ 5N. This one's finished in Atlas white with an MSRP around $68,000. Is this the absolute coolest electric car out there? To me, this has got to be the one and only electric car, at least under 100 grand, that has character and some fun to it. Most electric cars, in my opinion, are literally the same car no matter what car you buy. So I think this car truly does step it up to give you something unique to where you can actually enjoy driving it versus just a nice zippy around town car. So popping the hood, of course, this is a fully electric car. However, we have some pretty performance focused specs. First off, we have a 221 mile max range with an 84 kilowatt hour battery. Your standard horsepower is 601. Your standard torque is 545. However, with the N-Grin boost button, which is about 10 seconds of extra power, it bumps things up to 641 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque. This thing is all-wheel drive. 0 to 60 is 3.2 seconds, and curb weight is around 4,800 pounds. So under here, just have some electronics as expected. Now for the overall styling, this is a very boxy car. Kind of looks like an 80s rally car. To be honest, I think it looks really good. It is surprising how the standard IONIQ 5, I think, is a little funny looking. This really just looks cool. You have all these square shapes throughout it, super neat looking LED headlights that are kind of integrated into this gloss grille area. Got the N badge, forward facing camera, these really cool slats throughout the upper section with the red color. Lots of gloss black accents throughout the front end, and then some dark gray trim. There's even a functional air inlet. You have openings all throughout it, parking sensors, the red stripe, and then really sharp lines on the corner of the clamshell hood. So overall, I really like the front end. I think it looks really, really cool. You have these nice fender arches in the body colored, and then a cool 21-inch wheel, multi-spoke look, two-tone color, massive brake calipers. You can see how the clamshell kind of cuts down. And then we have really sharp body lines all throughout the side profile. You're gonna get more of the gloss black throughout the side skirt with the red color. Got the N badge, these nice air inlets as well. Really sharp body line, and then the flush mounted door handles. They're gonna pop out when you walk up to it. We have power folding side mirrors with an integrated turn signal and camera, and then all gloss black trim for the windows. Smooth design up on the roof with a shark fin antenna. And then at the side, this is a very stubby looking car. I like the proportions though. It just gives it something unique. It looks really cool. On this far side, we're gonna get the charge port. You can just pop that. It's gonna pop open, super simple to operate. And then up above, we have a really nice looking integrated spoiler with a light up there, windshield wiper in back, and then more of these square shapes throughout the lighting in the back. You have those nice LED taillights with the IONIQ badge. There's even an LED strip underneath it. The nice dark trim, more of the squares, and then a huge diffuser finished in gloss black with all those red accents with your parking sensors. So comment below, what do you guys think? It's a funky looking car for sure, but I actually really like it. I think it's pretty sweet. Now for the cargo space, you can press the button on the key fob or just press the button that is going to be underneath the liftgate itself, and we have quite a lot of storage space. Now with these seats, you can fold them all the way down. You're going to get 59.3 cubic feet of cargo volume in this configuration. For the rear of the trunk, we have this that you can open up. Got your extra storage. This is the emergency release to pop open the charge port. And then over here we have a nice LED light. And then for the seats, they're gonna be manual controlled, so we're gonna have to go through it, pull that recline lever up, unlock them, and then lift them all the way back up. So a little bit of work to do that, no power operations, but overall still pretty easy to use with this car. Moving on to the interior, so this is gonna get a nice black interior with some leather and the Alcantara trim. These seats have a huge recline angle, as you can tell. And on the door panel, we have all this soft touch material with the faux stitching. And then I like the blue stitching down below with this texture, nice pattern to it, nice padding on the armrest, ambient lighting for all the rings surrounding those speakers. And then when we hop inside, you're gonna get air vents on these pillars. In the center, we even have extra USB ports right here and here, and these seats, they recline so much. So really nice to see how comfortable this can be at 5'11". Plenty of headroom with the driver's seat at my height. My knees fit well. My feet are a little cramped, but overall it's a pretty good place to be. You can even fit a rear facing car seat pretty well. And then pulling this down, we have an armrest and cup holders. So not a bad back seat at all for this electric car. And then onto the driver's seat, you can open up this door. Now you get blue stitching up above, still with the padding and the blue stitching down below, the cool little textures. Same ring for the Bose audio, and then more of the squares and logo, more of the square shapes for all the pedals, and manual controls for these bucket seats. You're gonna see the blue stitching, smooth leather, and then the nice perforations throughout the Alcantara. And then we have the N logo up above with these single piece backs. So definitely a sporty looking car. Now inside, we can fire it up. So all the electronics are gonna turn on now. We have these nice leather wrapped steering wheel with the perforations on the side, blue stitching. We have two different N buttons, and then we have the NGB up above, as well as drive modes over here. On the left side, you're gonna get your typical cruise control settings, along with controls for the screen. We have that LCD gauge cluster with your miles per hour, along with the charging. And then toggling this icon, you can go into a couple different things, and then start scrolling through several items throughout the car. So basically all your basic Hyundai stuff, as expected. We have some audio controls on the right side. And then the fun thing on this side, if you tap, notice how the range changed to a tachometer, and I can rev it. And then we can turn that back off. On the left side, that puts us into the fun mode, basically the N drive mode. We have a massive tach, a lot of information for suspension, steering, more of that. We have all the different temperatures, your torque distribution, and then of course you can turn the engine on as well and get back into that, which makes even more sounds. So really neat to toggle between engine and electric. Obviously there's no engine, but it's a cool way they programmed it. Now we have paddle shifters too, which are either regen braking, or you can drive this as if it were an 8-speed dual clutch transmission with paddle shifters. That is super cool, you'll see in a second. Stock on the right side for all the windshield wipers, and then we have our drive select drone here. Control on the left side for your turn signal and headlights. We have a couple basic controls here, park and brake, brake hold, the charge port, trunk release as well. And then we just have some smooth material, and then this massive nice screen. Should be blue stitching on the soft touch, more blue striping. And then the multimedia screen is what you're used to seeing from Hyundai, so all of your basic information is gonna pop up. The cool feature though, we have the N icon you can go into, and we're gonna get a lot of the fun displays. You can view a different thing, you can scroll over and see all the different aspects that are adjustable within the car, and then a couple different extra touches, the race mode as well. You can do the drift optimizer, so definitely some cool fun aspects. Going into reverse, you have a nice backup camera, top-down view, all the basic views as expected, and then a nice 360 design. Going back into park, we have shortcuts down below for the screen, so very easy to operate, and climate control is its own little screen down here, which actually isn't really all too bad to get used to. We have touch sensitive buttons. We have a shortcut for our seats, heated and vented with heated steering wheel, and then we have the overall climate menu as well, where you can view every single thing. So pretty simple overall. You're gonna get plug, storage, wireless charging, extra plugs down below, and then a ton of storage in the center with deployable cup holders. Nice amount of storage in the center, and a pretty big glove box on the far right side. Simple headliner with the dome lights, and then garage door buttons underneath the mirror. All right, so setting off now in the Hyundai IONIQ 5N. This is a car I have been really excited about checking out due to the fun aspects of it. So right now I'm in normal mode. This drives like your typical electric car. It is fast, which is awesome. You have the 3 normal drive modes. When you go into eco mode, it's a pretty conservative car. The throttle's very light. You know, it's a very normal car to drive. Each drive mode, of course, is going to bump it up more and more with the response you're gonna get. Now, some of the normal aspects to it, it's comfortable. I like these bucket seats. Obviously, they're just manual, a little bit stiffer than your typical IONIQ 5 is gonna be, but I find them really comfortable. You have a good view around, good mirrors, windshield, all that good stuff. It's pretty easy, honestly, to see around this car. So no complaints. Even using the technology, while I'm not the biggest fan of these like touch sensitive icons, I've gotten used to these pretty easily, and it's actually a pretty simple setup to use. Even going into your climate and your seats, it's really nothing too difficult. So it's just a nice, normal electric car. Now, we can go into this mode. This is basically the N drive mode. Still fully electric, normal driving. So you're not gonna get any of the shifting or anything like that just yet when you're just in this specific mode. And then of course we can toggle this into the more fun displays. But this is gonna be, you know, a pretty much full power mode. That thing's really packs a punch. Now, when you're in these modes, you can tap the NGB, which gives you the 10-second boost of all the power in this car, which is really cool. That does basically shut off any of the engine stuff to where it's pure, full, fast electric car. So cool to see you go back and forth between the electric drive modes. Now, what really sets this car apart is this one over here. As you just saw, the range turned into a tachometer. It's literally like I'm in a car. As I slow down, you can hear it downshift. And you can hear it upshift. That is super cool. We can go into the race mode to get a better idea of that. And when you hit one of the paddle shifters, you're now driving this like it's a dual clutch. It literally feels like it has a transmission in it, which is really crazy. And the overall handling, this car handles really good too for what it is. And what's funny, if you go into a high gear, you can lug the engine. Like in 7th gear, it literally sounds like I am lugging it. And what's also funny, you can bounce off the rev limiter. It literally drives like a normal car. That is so funny. It feels like I'm gonna blow the engine up, but there's no engine. It's all superficial. There's a lurch between gear changes. You hear the audio. And then really quickly you can turn everything back off and we're in a normal electric car. So the fun factor, the way this car drives is unlike anything else. This is absolutely a blast. I've been smiling ear to ear. And I love how it can go back into a normal car. Like we're literally in the basic IONIQ 5. We have all these things that are adjustable, like the suspension. So when you're in the normal drive mode, you know, it's a smooth, comfortable car. It's quiet in here. I mean, you don't have to hear anything if you don't want to, and it really can just turn into a normal car. We have the turn signal cameras, which is a really cool touch that comes up. And of course, Hyundai's cruise control, the lane assist, all that works fantastic. I have been thoroughly impressed. Driving this car, you are gonna love, whether you want just an electric car or you like actual gas sports cars. This has both in it in one car. I have been thoroughly impressed, but it's a comfortable daily. You can't complain at all. And then a couple different buttons you can press depending on what mode you're in. And we are now in a sports car. This thing is really cool.